Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, August 21st, 2025. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to talk about this new Virgo moon that we have on the 23rd. For some of us, it will be on the 22nd if you're on the West Coast. I actually do have the time frames. I want to put it up there, but this is a very transformative new moon. It's actually quite karmic. All right. So, a lot of things that are happening now, definitely karmic. It really does depend on what part of your birth chart you have Virgo, where it lies. So that's an important thing to know. But it's okay if you don't know your birth chart very well. It's totally fine. We're also going to go over today each zodiac sign. So the energy of each zodiac to find out what's in store for them. And what's very important before I get into that is the time frame. So if you are on the West Coast, it's at 11:06 Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, it's going to be on August 23rd, 2:06 a.m. So, and the reason why it's called a black moon, I do want to really, because a lot of people are asking me, why is it called a black moon? So it is the third new moon in a season, all right, that contains four. So this is the third one because remember, we have another one on the 21st of September that's coming. So all this energy actually is eclipse energy. So you may feel that it's very similar to an eclipse. The energy, it's pretty much the same. So it's like ready or not transformations, whether you're ready or not to change and get out of the comfort zone, it's coming for you. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because what happens with change, as we all know, similar to the tarot, right? The Tower card, what comes down is rebuilt. You overcome, you get stronger, it sets you on your path. So you may have a new transformation in store, and you may not. It really just depends on what part of your chart it lies with Virgo. But we are in store for another Virgo one. So September 21st, new moon again. So that's why this is so heavy. That's why it's a very special one. And that's why I wanted to do this video on it. I will be pulling cards for each sign too. And so I am not one to really go on and on about what planet's doing what and all of the very confusing things. I like to get right to the point. Let's see what's in store for us. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with anything like that, but these are the major aspects. This is what's happening. Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune square to Uranus. So it's bringing ready or not change, karmic surprise news globally or in your families, even maybe for yourself, surprising news that maybe you're going to be learning from. Maybe there's something with a sibling or a family member or a relationship that you're in. There could be surprising news about that. Okay, so take it how it resonates. And then family and animals. So family meaning the children, animals, they're going to be having a heightened sensitivity at this time too. So that being said, I mean, adults will as well, but energy from children absorb our energy. When us adults are around the children, just like animals, they will absorb your energy. And for some, they may not handle this vibe of this new moon energy very well. For the most part, it's very positive, but there are lower frequency individuals, and that's who I'm speaking of, that they'll be in a negative place and a child or animal will absorb that, be very stressed, or some animals will go wild and have the zoomies. It really just depends, but children too, they will absorb it. So we want to be very mindful of the energy that we're bringing and how we're representing ourselves around animals and children. But I was mostly speaking about those that are oblivious to what's going on. They have no idea what astrology is. They don't even look into it. They don't know anything. They may act impulsive. There may be some anger issues, addictions they might get back into. It's a very crucial karmic time right now. But it is very wise to know what's going on, but you don't have to know every single detail. You don't have to know everything about your birth chart. And that's what I wanted to go over too. Just know where Virgo is in your chart. That's going to help you tremendously. But also the sun sign. I know a lot of you ask me all the time. So the sun sign is when your birthday is. Okay, most of us always knew that one. So that's your core identity. But the moon sign, a lot of you will ask me, what is the moon sign? What is it for? Right? That's our emotions, our inner self, also how we reflect on ourselves, how we love. Our love language is connected to the moon. And then the rising sign or ascendant, it can be called the ascendant as well, that reflects your first impression and how you present yourself, how you show up in the world. For instance, I'm a Gemini moon and rising. So there are a lot of times people are surprised that I'm a Capricorn because I carry, depends on the day, I carry the Gemini energy, or sometimes I carry the Capricorn energy. So you're either going to get a really fun, lighthearted version, or you're going to get a very serious, let me work and be quiet Capricorn. And that's just an example. So this is an example of rising sign versus your sun sign. You're not always going to carry your sun sign personality trait. Sometimes you're more like your rising sign or your moon sign. So that's, hopefully that helped a lot of you that were confused about that. And that's why I asked on our last show, to at least know that information about yourself. But even if you don't, you can figure it out after the show. But it really helps when we do the readings as well for each zodiac. I'm going to do all 12 zodiacs. We're going to go through all of them, and I'll pull some cards. I already did the astrology basic summary. Okay, very to the point, basic summary for each one. We are going to start with Aries. We're going to do them in order. Okay, so Aries is doing really well this season. Okay, so this new moon season, this is very powerful, I would say, for the workplace and any type of career moves that you're thinking of doing, or business. If you're thinking of building a business, this is a very popular time to do so. But yeah, it's a very lucky time with this new moon energy. So if you're planting seeds and you're like, I want to start a business, or I want to change careers, this might be your time, Aries. So this is a very powerful, you've got all the momentum and drive and fire energy. So you're using that. But there is something that needs to be looked at for Aries too, is about relationship boundaries. So people in your life, do you have enough boundaries on the connections that you have right now, so that you can still focus on the self and still give yourself the nurturing mind and practice mindfulness? Are you still giving yourself enough love and attention? Because that's very important, especially to Aries. And if anything is compromising that for an Aries, or there's a toxic relationship, that will throw them off their goals, and they've got to stay focused and have their momentum. Very similar to Capricorn, all the cardinal signs, Cancer as well, and Libra, all the cardinal signs. So you have to remain focused, and you don't want any, relationships or anything to sidetrack you, or addictions or whatnot, whatever it may be. So let's pull some cards for Aries. Let's just get a tarot reading for Aries. So through this new moon energy, what is the message that we can send to all Aries, sun, moon, rising signs? Take it how it resonates. And again, if you know your moon and rising, and let's say you're a sun sign Aries and you're like, this doesn't really resonate, so go watch your moon and your rising sign. So that's why I said it would be important to know those placements, so you can watch your other signs that make up your personality. But here we go. Aries, what is the tarot reading, the message that would like to come through from Spirit for Aries? Here we go. Oh yeah, it's all about the Chariot, pushing forward, full speed, momentum. So keep carrying through. Now, what I'm getting from this also is those that don't support you, and maybe that's where the boundaries with astrology, it was showing me a lot of boundaries need to be set right now. So a lot of other individuals might not be supporting your momentum and drive and wanting what your plans are, what you want to do. I'm picking up something right now that there might be Aries out there that want to move, but a family member doesn't want to, and they're kind of making it complicated. I don't know who that's for, but that could also be a thing, right? So making up your mind and having to choose, like, well, I'm going to have to choose what's best for me. I can't let someone hold me back when I know what's best for me. So it's a very high time, I would say, high frequency of time right now to jump back into your frequency and disregard lower frequencies and really do some reflection. Don't let anyone bring you down and take you away from that decision that you wanted to make. The right decision, which is yourself, choosing yourself. What gives you that fire of yours, that Aries fire, that momentum? What keeps you going? High speed and happiness. Anyone who's trying or just naturally is putting you down about it or saying, I don't think that, they're just shooting down every idea. That's where the boundaries need to be set. So yeah, that's what we have for Aries. Very good though. Very good time for Aries. Now we're going to move on to Taurus. So I'm just going to keep rolling here, and I see all of you in the live chat. Thank you all for being here. But I'm just going to keep rolling with the signs here. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And also, again, wherever Virgo is in your chart, for everybody, wherever Virgo lies in your chart, that's where you're going to see some changes. But the overall energy of Taurus, now think of Empress energy. I made a note there. Love, abundance, financials are improving, career is improving. This is great also. We have a lot of Venus aspects going on for Taurus. They're ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of luck when it comes to love and also rebuilding love or starting new. If you're single, this is a good time for Taurus right now. But let's take a look, and also deeper foundations in relationships, family as well, because remember Virgo's connected to family. So you're going to see a lot of family, work, relationships, all Virgo's style basically is going to be incorporated. It's all affecting everybody in different ways, of course. But yeah, Taurus has it going on. I would say Empress energy all the way, or Emperor if you're a guy. But here we go. What is the reading? What is the message from Spirit that would like to come through for Taurus? For all the Tauruses out there, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Here we go. Beautiful. Well, the Two of Cups, speaking of connection, relationships, coming together on the same page, compromise. Also, I'm hearing listening. I'm hearing that Taurus, maybe it's for you or the other person, but there needs to be something resolved. There needs to be a coming together. Maybe you just agree to disagree. And Tauruses, they stick to what they believe in. That's it. That's the truth. Doesn't matter. So that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. So whatever it may be, if you have some beef with someone or you just need to resolve an issue, just come together, and just let it be. Whatever nothing is worth getting upset about or getting all worked up and frustrated about. It's just not worth it. So I like to see this for Taurus. This is a very grounded Taurus energy, I would say, with the High Priestess in there and the King of Cups. So it's very emotionally stable. But it looks overall, what this is trying to tell us, that this is the best time, especially for others, to be accepting of your point of view and understanding where you're coming from versus where they're coming from. So there's an understanding. There's something that's going to be worked out for Tauruses, I think. And I think it has a lot to do with family or a romantic partner or platonic or business deal, a business partner maybe. But there's just you're coming together. Like they're finally getting along. They're finally making it work. And it's very stable. So that was the message for Taurus. Very interesting. Whoever needed to hear that, I feel like it's for somebody out there. Now we're moving on to Gemini. So Gemini, focus on family and home. Now, I have to say, I did not research all this before I planned the trip to California to see my family. So I thought this was very interesting when I had found this research. But focus is on the family and the home, and where and who do you want your life to be with. Time to have heart-to-heart communications, setting yourself free from any feelings of unease with others. So others meaning other people, but career, maybe it's where you live, maybe it's just your whole way of life. And Geminis in Libras and Aquarius, those are the air signs, they love change. They're not afraid of change. So they'll just jump into something. If something isn't feeling right, then they'll just change it up. And changing their life is no problem. So I feel like a lot of Geminis right now are, and this is for Sun, Moon, or Rising, there's some big aspect in your life, and it may have to do with family. There's something huge that's about to change. You're making the move, and you're not afraid of it. There's a fearlessness with Gemini. But anyways, let's take a look. What is the reading? What is the message from Spirit that Gemini needs to hear? Gemini energy in general. So sun, moon, or rising. Here we go. Take it how it resonates. Oh yeah, death and rebirth. And Gemini has received the Empress card. So yeah, major changes. There's a death of something, an ending to something, and a new beginning, because he or she is rebirthing something. Almost like what's coming to me is coming back to life. So the Gemini energy overall is coming back to life. They're coming back to who they are. And it's almost like a coming back home in a sense. So coming back home, returning to those that are, accepting of them and see them for who they truly are. There's something about authenticity. People who see them for who they truly are is who Gemini is going to return to, or career. So even if it's a career change, a lot of Geminis I know are changing their careers, but they're going back to something that they felt good doing, they're passionate about. But anyways, or they're birthing something brand new. This too is also a new relationship energy I sense too. So new relationships may be starting, basically a whole new career. You're just going to jump into something. You're ending it's almost like you're ending a whole way of life, and you're just going to restart a whole new start, like you're a different person. And Gemini does that best. Becoming a whole new rebranded version of themselves. And that's what I'm sensing. So just like in the astrology, there's a lot of aspects that implied that Gemini would be setting themselves free emotionally to any ties with anyone or anything. And I speak of like jobs or environment that just makes them feel not themselves, not their authentic self. They can't be their free self, so they're stepping away from that. But beautiful. I loved it. Great reading for Gemini. Now let's move to Cancer. All right, so the Cancers out there. So rebranding also, Cancers. They're shifting careers. It's a reevaluation of what you want for your future and the strategy to get there. So it's game plan time. So for Cancers as well, and now they're very intellectual. They're very much aware of their emotions. And then they always find solutions to work on something or to figure it out, And a lot of times, now I do think of the Hermit card in this way, and it's a Virgo energy. So the Hermit card, I'm picturing Cancer, that whole energy it's like they have to go within, kind of stay quiet to themselves and figure things out, re-strategize, time to think, time to be clear, no distractions. That's pretty much what they're up to. That's what I'm picturing for this new moon energy. So this is perfect to set intentions, to take time to yourself. Now, what is let's take a look at the message, all right, with the cards from Spirit for Cancer. So what is the message that Spirit would like Cancer to know, sun, moon, or rising? Let's take a look. Oh, beautiful. The Sun card. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's another energy similar to a rebirth. And just like Cancer is supposed to be in the mindset of like, all right, I'm gonna just kind of rebrand myself, a whole new different version. So there's a lot of transformation. And again, all these transformations for every sign, it's setting you up for the next year, for 2026. And this Sun card also, I'm getting that a lot is being internally healed, emotionally healed, attachments, and people that have been draining your energy. So Cancer is healing that. That's what I felt when I saw this immediately. Rebirth and healing. So you're really going within and healing a lot of that, clearing that out. Maybe it's family trauma. Maybe it's generational. Some people call it a curse, but generational cords, I would say, that they just need to be broken off and done with already, and not rehash anymore. So there's a great healing for Cancer, but it's helping them to blossom. and I'm picturing a flower just opening up. So they're healing from within, and then they're going to blossom. And then here's the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups. So that's beautiful water energy for Cancer cups. And it's also very loving and social. You're going to find those that are deserving of Cancers. The Cancers are so sweet and so nurturing. But so what's coming through is that it's for those that deserve Cancer's presence and love. And when I say presence, I mean when they spend time with you, a Cancer is very much they're present and they're in the moment. And it's beautiful because they actually are trying to heal you as they're with you in that moment. So those are the individuals that reciprocate and give them that same beautiful balance that they give to others. That's their tribe. And I feel like those that aren't acting like that, and they're not reciprocating with Cancer in that way, they're breaking off. So it's another cord cutting, they're leaving the scene. So you may know, or maybe you are a Cancer and you're seeing that a lot of friends or extended family or whatnot are they're just gone, MIA, and they're just going to fall off, So it's very interesting to see, but I'm seeing that a lot too. Let's move right along. Here we go for Leo. And I'm just intuitively, whatever's coming through, when I'm just talking, I'm just letting it come through. But when I'm done, I just know, and then I'll have to move on. So if I'm moving too fast, I'm sorry. I'm just intuitively rolling here. Leo. So a Leo has, oh my gosh, amazing energy when it comes to like investments and finances right now, bringing in the money. Invest in the self, though. That's what I saw with the astrology. This would be a great time if you have a sun, moon, or rising Leo, or just a lot of Leo in your chart. Wealth is at your highest potential right now. It's setting the stage. So whatever you're doing right now, you're setting yourself up. Investments could be taking off, and setting new investments now will have great reward. So that's what I saw in the astrology. Now let's pull some cards for Leo. So Leo's sun, moon, or rising, what is the message from Spirit for them, for the new moon? Here we go. All right, so don't have fear of the unknown. So whatever anxieties that you've had recently about finances, all right, so even if it's a personal anxiety, I'm kind of sensing that too. Seeing yourself in a negative way or being too hard on yourself, there's a lot of that. I'm feeling that, but a lot of it, I think that you unknowingly, you didn't really know, maybe it was subconsciously, it was actually affecting your career. It was affecting what you were bringing in, and then that affected your confidence, and you just didn't feel right, because Leos also are very great. They're great workers. They're very connected, especially like Virgo. They're very driven. And then if the career part of their life isn't stable, then they don't feel their best. They don't feel like that lion or lioness. Okay. So at the top, they've got to be the best. Leo just has that beautiful energy. And then the Three of Wands. So that's showing me that you're going distances. Okay. So the finances, whatever it is, okay, let's say you're a business owner and it's starting to take off now. It should during this new moon phase. And then carry you on through next year and so on. But it's also showing that, this is Capricorn energy, Queen of Pentacles. This is long term. So this could be generational wealth, so for your family. So you're setting something up long term. Maybe it's a family business that you're growing, and it's going to stay around for years and years and always be very productive. But yeah, there's something big that I feel a lot of Leos are getting their hands in, and it's going to last them for many years. So it's fateful, just like the astrology claims. It's fateful and it's very karmic, but I'm seeing a very positive, I would say, karmic lessons, endings, new beginnings. So this is all very positive. I know that there's negative, and there's a lot of readers and astrologers that will say there's a big negative thing going on right now. But that's, again, if you have a negative frequency, if you vibrate at a lower frequency, then yeah, you're going to see a lot of people with anxiety, be impulsive, have anger issues. You're going to see a lot of that, of course, because they already operate and think and act and speak at a low vibrancy frequency. So of course, that is true. But right here, right now, I have all of you lovely souls in the chat, and I'm pulling on all this. This is awesome, on each zodiac. So it's picking up your frequency. So we're getting very positive, beautiful readings, and I like to see that. Now, moving on to Virgo. So happy birthday to all the Virgos, because we're basically in your season. Creativity, work, you're just kind of hitting a home run in like every single department, I would say, for Virgo. This is definitely your time. But it is also time to recharge that energy. So Virgos are known to overwork. They're my fellow sign, earth sign, Capricorn. Capricorn and Virgos usually very close. But so they like to overwork. They just love work. They don't mind, but also you have to be very mindful, especially right now, because it's such with the planet, the high frequency with your frequency. Spirit's trying to remind you guys to slow it down a little bit. Just slow it down and really have time to yourself, recharge your batteries. But yes, again, health, work, relationships, family, you're hitting a home run everywhere you look. So this is your time more than ever to set those intentions for what you want. Now let's take a look for Virgo. What is the message? What is the message that would like to come through for Virgos? What do they need to hear right here, right now? Sun, moon, or rising, Virgo. Here we go. Four of Wands, beautiful. One of my favorite cards. So I'm hearing that there's harmony, and just like I just said, you're hitting a home run in all the departments of life. That's Virgo. All right. So they're very good at what they do too. And they're always, I would say, I think perfectionism is a good thing, just saying. And I would say that Virgos have that. They make everything work, and they make everything look good while they're doing it. But the Four of Wands is also harmony. So harmony in relationships, everything. It's all very balanced. Ace of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Pentacles. So what I'm hearing with this is you're going to have unexpected blessings as well. So I'm picking up an energy, and this might be for a Virgo that's in the chat. I don't know who it is, who it's for, where it's coming from, but it's an energy of like unexpected. It's an unexpected blessing. It might be surprising news. Maybe someone is having a child. Maybe someone's getting married. There's just like this beautiful energy of surprise, and it's good, and it's happy, and it's moving you guys forward. It very well could be marriage, because in a lot of textbook tarot, the Four of Wands would be a marriage card. So it could be. But I feel like it's just like overwhelmingly like shocking, but so happy and so surprising. So it's good. It's beautiful energy that's coming through. So if you are hoping for something to happen, maybe there's someone out there that's a Virgo and they're trying. I feel like it's someone that's going to have a baby, actually. And if maybe they don't know if they're going to have one or not, or you're going to have one. Whatever it is, whatever you've been hoping for, it's coming to fruition. That's for Virgo, no doubt. I can sense that for sure. Whoever it is, and it might be someone in chat. It might be someone who's quietly watching as well. That's not in chat. Let's move on. Let's go to Libra. All right, so this is for Libra. The astrology was showing a lot of reflection and recharge for you guys as well. Now, you're an air sign, so you're fine with changes. You're going to be fine with it. But I feel like as of recently, a lot of Libras have been overdoing it as well, intellectually. So of the mind, they're drained. So I think this is a time for retreat. So maybe take yourself on a date, maybe take yourself on a retreat and go somewhere fun. But really find your balance again and kind of come back to yourself, bring your energy back home to the self. But yeah, this is also going to be an intellectual time once again for you, Libras, but it's more so you by yourself and not really having any distractions or people intruding on your, wow, I'm hearing happiness. Is anyone intruding on your happiness? That's not good. Then you need to set boundaries. But yeah, that came through for sure. So anything that distracts your peace, intrudes your peace, that needs to be addressed. This is a time to address things, go within. Yeah, that's for the astrology. Now let's see for the reading, what would like to come through from Spirit for Libra? What else would like to come through? Here we go. Oh, wow. 2 at once came. Okay, so the King of Wands came out with the 5 of Cups. So this is triggering information that you do need to make some quick changes and you need to get away from something. There might be something that I feel like it's a habit. It's either a habit that you're consuming and doing to yourself, or this is a connection. This is a relationship. Maybe it's just, you just can't walk away from somebody, but Spirit is really trying to tell you that it's time. That's what triggered when I pulled these 2 cards. That's just how I read. Whatever triggers is what I'll say. Page of Wands. Okay. So let me get more information from Libra, because Libra needs to get away from something. Maybe that's why the astrology is showing to retreat, recharge, go isolate, be a hermit. So yeah, Page of Wands and then the Queen of Cups. So yeah, it's all for your emotional balance and coming back to the self, coming back to like what you truly want. So yeah, anything that's been compromising you or getting in your way, walk away from it. You have to. And again, this is the season of ready or not. It's, things are going to change, ready or not. So it could be a Tower moment, or it could be a 10 of Cups moment if you just make the changes on your own. You know what I mean? But if we don't, we get a Tower moment. That's not fun. But anyways, that was for Libra. Now, Scorpio. I love Scorpios. We got a lot of Scorpios out there. Very smart individuals for sure. Little starseed, Avery. She is a Scorpio rising, so super smart. Little Gemini sun and a Virgo moon, so she's going to feel it too. But anyways, so Scorpio's out there. Now, social gatherings, people that you are interacting with. I'm just going to say it now, just like I did in the banner. If you get invited to a gathering and you normally probably don't really want to go, this is the time you got to say yes, especially if you're single and you would like a partnership. If you're kind of leaning towards that way, then it would be a good idea, because you might meet new people, might meet some soul family, some soul tribe. So really get out there. All right. I really think this is a beautiful time for you. And then as we get to your season, it's going to be even better. I already looked ahead into that. But right now it's kind of just turning, the tides are turning for you, Scorpio. So this is it, get out there. Now let's take a look. What is the message? What is the message for all the Scorpios out there? Sun, moon, or rising? What does Spirit want you to know? Beautiful. All right. One of my self-designed cards, it's the Arcana card. So the Arcana, the name Arcana, it means secret shores. Well, I added shores, but it means secrets. Arcana. So Arcana shores, secret shores, but it's freedom. It's a symbolic, the ocean is symbolic for freedom, and also the highs and the lows of the waves in the water. And no, Scorpios are like this because you love water. You're a water sign. So it's the highs and lows of the ocean symbolically. That's what this card was designed about. So the highs and lows in your life, what I'm picking up right now is that the very lowest of lows are over with. You're not going to have any bad luck, or I'm hearing the word retract. You're not going to have to retract on anything that you currently have started, or you were second guessing something. You're not going to have to retract it. You're evolving, you're growing. The worst is behind you, and what's ahead is just calm. It's getting a lot calmer. The waters are calmer. So that's you being free. You're freeing yourself from the past low, I would say like the very low times in your life. So you're freeing yourself from the chains. All right, so that's a great way to start your reading there. Next, you've got the Eight of Pentacles and you've got the Knight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. So you evolving is allowing you and moving past the past and letting it go. And maybe it's okay because your astrology is showing to get out in the world, throw yourself out there, say yes, go have fun. So maybe that is why we're getting this focus back on what's important to you, which is yourself, but what's important, what are you building? What are you working towards? And then you have the Knight of Wands. I feel like a lot of you might be networking with someone by getting yourself out in the world. On a work front here, your work will increase, or there's something with your business that will grow, career, there's opportunity. Even if you're looking for a new start or a new job or something, I feel like you getting out in the world is going to bring you that. Yeah, you're going to grow. It's going to bring you opportunity. You're going to meet connections. So Scorpio, definitely get out and meet some connections and change it up. Definitely. Very cool. You're just evolving. You're continuing to evolve. I love that. All right, now we're moving on. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, fiery always and adventurous. I love Sagittarius. I haven't really known a Sag that had a comfort zone because they like change. They don't mind. And they're always going. But I'm sure that there's something in your home aspect, because this is a Virgo new moon. So there's something within the home or your routine that's comforting, that has to go. It's time to change. So that's what I mean by no more comfort zone. Okay, what has been is now time to embrace the changes. Okay, so yeah, it's whatever you've been doing day to day. It's a routine thing. It's something that you've been doing like every day, and it's not really giving you a benefit. And I think it's health related, honestly. That's what I'm picking up. It's health related. Maybe you're taking a supplement that's just not helping you anyway. Or maybe you're not taking a supplement and you're doing something that's not good for you. That could be a comfort. That's kind of what I'm picking up. So what has been is what you need to change. So it's a habit. It's more so a habit. But this is from the astrology, this information on the banners. But I'm just picking up more information to help. But anyways, aside from that, with career, there's great luck with that. There's improvements with streams of incomes and new ideas to create financial security. What I saw in the astrology for Sagittarius was more so a financial opportunity, and it looked like it was from other people. So financial opportunity, but from other people, like outside of you. So it looked to me like streams of income when I was looking at the astrology and the aspects and all the boring stuff that you guys don't want me to go over. It's just all the planets and the degrees and all that stuff. It just looks more like there's multiple streams of income. So different types of, maybe there's things online that you're going to start doing that bring in more income for you. But I also think the cryptos, and this is for everybody. I think the crypto investments, I think gold and silver, I think it has a lot to do with that as well. I saw it in Aquarius too. Aquarius is coming up as well. But I see that. Now let's see, what is the message with the cards from Spirit? More from Spirit. What wants to come through for Sagittarius? Here we go. The Ten of Pentacles. And the Tower card. And the card of evolving. You know what I'm getting? And this is for everybody. But Sagittarius, I'm going to have to look at that astrology again. But there's something with the banking system. Something that goes down. Or it could even be representing something. Oh, that could be the comfort zone. Maybe there's too much comfort. Oh, it's a habit that you need to stop doing. And it's costing you money. And that money you should put in an invest in yourself. and it's going to bring more money in. But I also think there's a stream of income that you're missing out on somewhere. But anyway, 10 of Pentacles to start off. That was your first one. Then the Tower card. So it's showing you change. There's great change and growth. This is my card of ascension, evolving, growth, reaching the highest level frequency of abundance. Beautiful. Your finances are being healed. But it does have to do with cutting out a habit, cutting out a comfort, whatever your comfort zone is, whatever that means to you. Take it how it resonates. Sun, moon, or rising, Sagittarius. But yeah, you've got a really good reading going on there. Cool. Now, we're moving on. We're going to yours truly, Capricorn. So Capricorn, all of us out there, sun, moon, rising, if you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, this is for you. Also, for everybody, I keep saying it, everybody take a look at your chart. Where does Virgo sit? Where is it in your chart? Now, for a lot of Capricorns, so if you don't know your chart, sun, moon, or rising Capricorns, it's all about where your energy is lying right now. And a lot of comfort things for you, too, you got to get out of. And what I saw a lot was with communication. So maybe there's something you need to say, and then you need to just go with it and make that change. So you might have to, I feel like you might have to tell somebody how you truly feel and then move on. And I feel it's a business or career type of thing. Maybe it's in the workplace. Maybe you're done. Maybe you need to quit and move on. But anyway, there's also this is funny that it ties in because I traveled and I didn't know this tied in with the astrology until just recently. But anyways, change things up, take a trip, release, take time on projects that you enjoy and that you see success come from. Anything new that you're learning or that you get into, such as a new career. So if you have your heart set on, I want to have a whole new career. I want to change something. It's time. I think Capricorn, especially, it's your time to do that. Especially now, it's going to set you up for Capricorn season, which will look really good, hopefully. And then it's going to take you into 2026, February, March, April, and so on. That's when it's really going to pick up for businesses. But anyways, what I'm saying here with Capricorn, you need to change it up. It's all about your energy. Where does your energy mostly go? If it is work, that's great, but something has to change. If your energy is about a family member that's been causing you havoc or chaos, that needs to change. So it's wherever Capricorn's energy has been going as of recently that has been draining them, that's where there needs to be a shift. That's the major shift right there. But anyways, what is the reading, the message from Spirit for Capricorn? Sun, moon, or rising. Here we go. Beautiful. Six of Swords, out of the dark and into the light. Also representing travel, getting away, dark to light, getting away from whatever brings you down into Capricorns do. We think a lot. And things that hurt you from your past, they pop up just like anybody. But a Capricorn can really bottle it up because they appear very strong in the world, but they'll bottle it up in behind closed doors. It brings them so down, brings them all the way down, borderline depression. So for a Capricorn, because they bottle it up, they don't talk as much. But what this is showing, Six of Swords, someone else had a similar thing going on, that I think it was Cancer, and they're actually besties in the Zodiac wheel. So yes, it was Cancer. But Capricorn too, they need to do some reflection and release and internally heal in order to blossom into their new self, their new self-identity. So that's what's happening with Capricorn. They need to go within. And then look, the next card you did receive is a Four of Swords. That's all about healing, retreat, and just detoxing energy vampires from your life, whatever that may be, or who that may be. Seven of Wands, boundaries. Let's say you have a family member that drains you, but you can't just cut them off. It's family. So Spirit's trying to tell you boundaries. There needs to be boundaries set. And if they don't follow those boundaries, then there needs to be a timeout. That's what's coming through. So whoever needed to hear that, that was for you. But yeah, all right, we're moving on now. We're going to move on to Aquarius. So all the Aquariuses out there. Yeah, I did see lucky financials for you guys. I did in the astrology. But also anything that you're applying yourself to will be lucky at this time. So if you're applying for a new job, you're going to go for, maybe you want to go back to school. I don't know. There's so many changes going on right now. People want to relearn things and get a degree, or they want to get a certificate and start something. People are really, they're changing. They're changing their perspectives. Maybe it was something you didn't really care to learn about years ago, but now you're like, I think I would like to learn about that now. Aquarius is all about it. But also the financials looking great for you guys in astrology. And also love and social life. It can be very lucky for Aquarius at this time. Here we go. Let's take a look. What is the message, the reading from Spirit for Aquarius? Sun, moon, or rising. Here we go. Queen of Swords. Talk about boundaries, respect, truth. So authenticity, Aquarius is all about authenticity. And we're in the era now of Aquarius, the golden era. So standing in your truth, I feel like a lot of you are doing that already, Aquarian energy. But I feel because you've done that, because you've been so authentic over the course, maybe of the last 6 months, you've already been kind of finding your way. So it's already there. You've already made a staple for yourself. But what I feel like is you're going to highlight that now. Now there's something that's going to really take off from what you've already implemented about 6 months ago. And that's just coming through. Because you were true to yourself, you stuck up for yourself, and you moved on. Whoever that's for. But it was about boundaries. It was about respect. And it was about putting yourself first and then healing that. That Knight of Cups energy also, that was triggering. It was triggering a healing energy, but it was that you healed. I feel like you healed yourself and maybe someone else that was close to you. So something may have happened and you had to set boundaries. You had to stand up for yourself, be in your power. Maybe you had to put that person in their place, but I feel like there's been a great healing between the two of you or you and family. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up. Whoever needs to hear that. But there's a great healing there. And the only good things are going to come from what you've been working on internally and when it comes to your work life and social life. So that's for Aquarius. Now we're going to move on to Pisces. Last but certainly not least, Pisces. So I have a lot of friends that are Pisces. Love them, water signs. And you guys have the best, I would say, the best, most sweetest, most sensitive hearts, I would say. And you guys deserve it. And especially you deserve this time right now if you're single or if you're not. Maybe if you are in a partnership, you're going to strengthen a relationship that you're already in. But if you're single, all eyes will be on you, Pisces. There is something about Pisces during this time, especially with eclipse vibes, because we have eclipse vibes in astrology right now. They always have and carry this mystical, dreamy energy, beautiful energy, the Pisces. Okay, so expect to have deeper connections. People are going to be drawn to you even more. They're going to just, even strangers will just start talking to you. So I'm really picking that up right now. It's a very magnetic time for Pisces. Now, Pisces could use this magnetic energy and manifest, other things than love. They can manifest the abundance, the career they want, whatever it is. Maybe they want to move and live somewhere else. But whatever it is, put your love intention, since love is working for you right now, put your love intention towards all of those things that you're trying to manifest. Because something with Pisces is a very mystical connection right now with astrology for them. And it's almost unexplainable, but it's there. If you look at the charts and the degrees and the aspects, it's there. I'm not really sure exactly what's causing that, but I think that it's the transit. And once again, that transit It's the Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune square to Uranus. Okay, so it is bringing change for Pisces, but I also think that it's karmic for Pisces. So any kind of relationship right now, if you're thinking of starting a new one, this is a good time. All right. And the one that you're in, deepen it. There's something that needs to be worked on and deepened. Let's see, what's the message for Pisces that wants to come through with the cards and through spirit? Let's take a look for Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Oh, yeah. 6 of Pentacles. We do have the Hermit card. And then the Pisces are lucky today. They receive the Emperor. So the Emperor, you're in your power. I'm telling you, the Pisces are looking good right now. Like, people are going to be drawn to you, magnetic. They might just randomly start telling you their life story. Whether you want to hear it or not, you probably don't. But you will look, there's a vibrancy about Pisces right now. But also the 6 of Pentacles. So there's your humanitarian spirit. You're very giving and nurturing. It's karmic for you guys, like I felt. So and there's the Hermit card. I forgot to tell you. So the Hermit card, 6 of Pentacles. But what's triggering that is that karmic aspect. All the good karma that you have given to others, and Pisces usually are so sweet and loving and nurturing and sensitive. They're very giving individuals, and they don't ask for anything in return. So, and I know all other signs, there's a lot of you that are like that too, but Pisces, like, they just have that. That's why they're so sensitive. So what happens is I'm feeling that this is the karmic return, I like to call it. It's a karmic return. So you're receiving good karma coming back to you for all the good things that you've done, all the help that you've given to others. It's a beautiful time for you guys. And this is why I wanted to do this show, because I saw so many cool things with each sign. But Pisces did catch my eye right away, because it's that aspect. We have all this eclipse energy, and there's something about the very mystical, the psychic Pisces. Pisces just have it. They have that ability. But amazing. So we did all the signs, all the 12 signs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for being here. It was awesome. I love all the information that came through for all of you. So whether you're watching this now or you're watching it later, it doesn't matter. It's for you whenever you're meant to hear it. But hey, I will be back. Me and my brother, I am at Jason's house. But we need to figure out when we have our next show. I'll be flying home to Florida on Sunday. So we probably won't have a show on Sunday. But we will let you know when we have our arrangement for our next show. But thank you all for being here. Start, get your thoughts together, get your intentions together, journal, do whatever you want to do. But it's great energy right now. Things are shifting and changing. A lot of good things are going to happen globally too. So don't forget that this major aspect, I'll hold it up again because I can't even remember it after talking all this much. But yes, so Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune, those are major. It's a major square to Uranus, and that's causing it's shocking things that could happen. So it could be things that we've been waiting for. In my last show is pulling for each week, and we saw some things that were pretty spicy. So who knows? There may be a shocking announcement, surprise thing that we've been waiting for that comes through. And if it's going to happen, this is the time, especially in the astrology. It's there. It's there. So we shall see what comes through. But anyways, you guys take care of yourselves. I've got some more readings to do today, and I'll see you all later. We'll be in touch. I'll let you know when we have our next show. I'll put up a thumbnail. But until then, you guys take care and enjoy this beautiful energy of Virgo. And take care. Bye.